If you look at the two projects side by side, the runtime is similar.
Sorry, I'm back.
You're all good. The runtime is similar on both of them, and obviously them both being so recent. I think there's gonna be a little bit of recency bias in here. So I wanted to run this question by you guys because nobody else has done it yet. I figured let's be the first. So somebody made you choose right now: X-Men 97 or the Spider-Verse. Literally the same runtimes, because if you do 10 episodes times a half hour to 45 minutes, or two projects, 3 hours and 2 hours, it's literally the same runtime. Okay. So I'm saying somebody comes straight out at you: X-Men 97 or the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Which way are you?
Run down the list of us and just ask the question. You have to answer like right away. No thinking.
All right.
Just call a name, ask the question.
Spider-Verse or X-Men?
Oh, it's X-Men 97, 100%.
Oh, that easy?
Keep moving.
For me, it's that easy. I'll go
X-Men 97 or Spider-Verse?
X-Men 97, bro.
Jesus Christ. Chase, X-Men 97 or Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse.
Oh, Leo. I know where Leo's going. Leo, X-Men 97 or Spider-Verse?
X-Men.
Aaron, X-Men 97 or Spider-Verse?
I'm not going to lie to you all. I rewatched Spider-Verse.
Interesting.
I rewatched Across the Spider-Verse over this past weekend, and that project is so freaking good. I like this, what they're doing with it, and the fact that Beyond the Spider-Verse is definitely going to be, and I'm not saying X-Men 97 season 2 is not going to be as crazy, but to me, I have to give Sony some props here, because this animated universe that they are building with the Spider-Verse is actually fantastic. All the different versions of Spider-Man, Miles Morales being the main protagonist, his backstory, he literally had to fight Spider-Man 2099. Like, the whole thing is insane. And I love the X-Men. Always have a place in my heart.
Bro, fucking Spider-Man 1960 shows up in the movie. Like,
that's the ringer for you, Chase?
Bro, I just wasn't expecting that. And I just see him like, oh, shit. Spider-Man 1960s.
Yo, over. That's a 60s Spider-Man.
That's attention to detail.
And the reason why I choose the X-Men is because it's I grew up with it as a kid. Yeah. And it has that nostalgia for me. Yep. And they did it right. The male, he did it right. He just did it perfect. You can't do it better than that.
You started off saying like being more recent would be a bias. It's not. If they dropped X-Men 97 2 years ago, he would say the same thing.
Nah, bro.
I don't.
So I'm actually a bigger Spider-Man fan than I am anything. Like if there's one hero I do gravitate to, it's actually Spider-Man. But I literally would not even like Marvel or the MCU, and like I know we're just talking about X-Men 97, but like as a whole, like I would not even be into comics if it wasn't for the X-Men. The X-Men, like it was my childhood. Like I grew up watching, and like there wasn't even one person I liked more than the other. I just liked the X-Men. And then it just gravitated towards Spider-Man. Then we got into all the other things, the Iron Mans of it all, whatever it is. Like it just holds a special place. So to see this show come back in the way that it did, and it be like one of the better rated Marvel projects almost ever. And I understand, like, and I love the Spider-Verse stuff, but like X-Men just holds a special place in my heart as a whole. Not even just one character over another. As a whole, X-Men.
Yeah. So number one, I loved X-Men 97 as we all did. But in terms of satisfaction, it just the first season, it's not long enough. There's not enough detail in there for me. Spider-Verse just has so many edgy things. We just talked about all of the different forms of Spider-Man in there. That alone, that just the fact that you got all of these different Spider-Mans in that movie, like they put it in that movie, was absolutely crazy. What's the Spider-Man from London? What's our guy?
Oh, freaking Spider-Punk. That's my boy, bro.
Spider-Punk was dope. Spider-Punk was dope.
Spider-Punk is fucking dope, bro. Don't come at me about Spider-Punk. That's my guy.
Hobie's the real villain.
Obi is
the real villain.
Hobie's the real villain, and he clapping cheeks, bro.
And then like when I went back and watched it over, because I literally watched Across the Spider-Verse this past weekend, and let me tell you. So first off, when I'm watching it the second time, because obviously the first time you're watching in the theaters, you can't really get everything from it, right? Because there's so much going on. When all of a sudden that big scene starts to break out and like all the Spider-Men are getting ready to chase Miles, and Obi's just like, you know what? I'm out. He throws his fucking collider. I was like, this dude's the fucking. He's like, yeah, here's a collider. I got you.
Just for the record, I quit.
Like, but he did it in such a sneaky way. I was like, yo, what a dope character.
Yo, I was waiting for this to happen so I can bounce the hell out of here.
And I don't care what anybody has to say about it. So Torian said it in the comments. Spot, the way that they did Spot as such a no-name villain to become what they made him.
He went to 0 from 100
in like a second. And let me just explain one more thing. I stood up I was watching it in the yard on the screen, and let me tell you something. Still one of the coldest bars I've ever heard in a Marvel movie to date. Everyone keeps telling me how my story's supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then hit him with the fucking shocks.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
I was like, yo, Miles is that fucking guy, bro. Let me tell you something. Miles is that dude. He said, fuck you, Spider-Man 2099. I got all your little bitches away from the base. I'm going back.
You know how I can ruin it? You know how I can ruin it for you?
Gambit clears Miles.
No, that will never happen. Miles is fucking.
I know.
Miles is
OP. Miles is OP.
Oh, were you about to say
Miles is beyond OP?
What line you about to hit me with from Spider-Man from X-Men 97?
No, I could just let's see. Any line that Magneto said?
Not any line, Magneto. Come on.
Nah, dude. When he put them like almost into space and was like, I'm like really trying hard not to, you know, whatever. I
am trying to be better. Please do not make me let you down.
That line, like, and he was like tearing when he said it too, like.
When Storm lost her powers,
yeah,
and when she slapped the shit out of fucking.
And dude, honestly, I'll even do you one better. When he got captured by Bastion and said nothing, dude, his silence was loud.
Silence was loud. I agree with you.
The silence was loud.
You guys even could have came back at me with the name's Gambit. Remember it.
Mutant intruder neutralized.
The name's Gambit, mon ami. Remember it.
Right.
That whole line was fucking bananas in and of itself.
To Leo's point though, Magneto was like poetry in this series of X-Men 97. Like he was just the way he was very regal about the way he was talking and the way he just like did everything he did. It was sick.
There's literally no wrong answer here. Obviously, it's literally a matter of opinion. They're both.
I take nothing away from Spider-Man.
No, and I take nothing away from X-Men 97.
But you make me choose. I'm choosing. Yeah, it's personal. It's way personal.
Yeah,
I'm taking X-Men.
And the reason, and let me explain again the reason why I wanted to bring it up. So if you look at them literally, the runtimes are almost identical between the two movies and the full series of X-Men 97. And then on top of that, the Rotten Tomato scores are literally X-Men 97 has the highest Rotten Tomato score of all time for a Marvel project, 99%. But both Spider-Verse movies, 97 and 98.
That's awesome.
So like,
I actually didn't know that. That's really cool.
So like, say what you will, but these two projects are two of the best things that Marvel in general, and I know it's Sony and MCU, blah, 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 but two of the biggest projects Marvel's ever done. And they're both animation.
You know what? These writers and directors and all these peoples on these Marvel projects, like, look at these projects. What did they do right? Just repeat what they did right. Like, just
They can't.
I know.
Follow the fucking book.
Can't.
They can't.
You can't because they feel there's always going to be the feeling.
It's the normies.
You want to
so well.
Let's do this, and it'll work even better.
Yeah. But I think the problem live action faces is like I said, like how do we get to the normies? How do we make people understand what this is? Like for us is incredible content because we've read comics, we've followed this stuff. Like to draw other people into how do you draw other people into a movie? But like they shouldn't think like that. Like. Attract the nerds and everyone else will come. Like that's how I feel.
The thing is, Sony, you're not going to get a live action Miles Morales. That's good.
You will. You will get a live action.
Oh, you're going to get live action Miles Morales. It's just not.
I said that's good.
Oh,
right, and that's what it's going to suck.
That's going to suck.
So here, let me ask this question: do you think, because you said that all of X-Men '97 matches the runtime?
It's close. It's close.
But it's close to both Spider-Verse movies, right?
It's close, yeah.
So if they broke X-Men 97 up into 2 movies, do you think it would have still worked?
No.
X-Men 97 is better episodically, for sure. But I could say the same thing about the I wouldn't have liked Spider-Verse as much if it was episodic. I think I needed to see all that at one time.
Yeah, that's a guarantee.
I needed to see all that.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I agree with you though.
Both of those, but both of these projects, I feel like were done in the way they had to be done.
Yeah, for sure.
The problem is these are people that followed the book.
So let me also add in here, like whenever you put up a picture of X-Men 97, like it got to be like Storm in the black outfit, bro. We don't do the silver outfit.
Listen, I just tried to get one with most characters.
Bro, I hear you, but I'm just saying we're gonna have to
we need the yams, bro.
do some magic. We gotta get the black suit in.
Listen, Aaron, I ain't gonna talk shit. Honestly, I haven't seen one person talk about this topic, and I like it. So you do you.
trying to get us the
I
views first.
I like what are you doing, man in the chair?
Trying to get us the views. So
man in the chair tings.
Let's end off on some comments here. We have I'm gonna bring up Torian's comment last, so we can kind of end on that. Mark started with, I picked Batman over Gambit. I'll hold the L. Sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game, sir.
I wasn't familiar with your game. Marcus, make sure you subscribe, man. We're doing this every week, man. We're gonna blow your mind.
Spider-Verse easy. Plus, it's not even finished yet. Well, neither is X-Men. So
I mean, this is so true.
You know, but
and Golden Mail did the second season.
I do think
he did the second and wrote the third season, but didn't.
Torian also said Spider-Verse.
Oh, I know Torian
Spider-Verse, huh?
The animation is superb in Spider-Verse. What they did with that is bonkers. The animation is crazy. It is crazy.
It is. There's no wrong answer.
Nothing against X-Men at all because that show is special. Yep. The animation's way too advanced alone, so game changing. Yep, agreed. Spider-Verse changed the genre. If you look at it, the variety of animation sprouting from those films is something else. Yep. Sure
but
did.
I would also argue that if X-Men didn't exist, the animation genre might not even be a thing.
Wait, Abel, you sound like an old head, Abel.
You get long in the buddy. You get long in the tooth, bro. Don't do that. You better be careful. Gonna get you a wheelchair in a minute.
The spot started.
Don't talk to me like that.
The spot started as a lame. The spot started as a lame villain to an oh shit villain. He sure
that's
did.
Facts.
Quickly.
I mean, that's actually facts.
That's what you call character development.
Dude, I can't lie. They did Spot right.
That's character development.
Wait. Have you guys read Spot in the comics?
No, I can't say that I have.
I mean, I thought they did Spot very well.
It's a 1-to-1, bro.
Is he that strong in the comics? I didn't think they ever made him that strong in the comics. Personally,
he's
really?
a goofy, strong.
I'm gonna do some research into that and check that out.
Yeah,
Rogue throwing Garrett off the building and Wolverine following with "It's what we all wanted to do." Yeah, there were some lines in X-Men, bro. There was some, and I want to bring up this to end it. Leo, there's a piece of news. They're pushing for X-Men 97 to get Best Drama nomination Emmy, and this is huge. This is an animated series against live action shows.
Crazy.
That's actually kind of nuts if you think about it.
Look, you can't deny good writing, and that's what it's all about.
Bingo.
If you write good,
I can't remember the last time my mouth was ajar for that long of a time during an episode of anything.
Oh, for real. I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, what we told you, it's official. Yeah, non-stop, 24/7, 365.